With the front wheels attached, the next thing we're going to accomplish is putting on the Strider pole, Strider ski assemblies. These have a right and a left side. Okay. You'll notice that this Strider foot platform has a curve that goes actually to the inside, and there's the pedal bolt that will screw into the crank. So this is your left side unit here. We'll set that right there. Here's your right side unit that has a pedal bolt that's going to attach to the crank on this side. The curvature of the foot platform is such that it curves to the inside to match your instep, okay, on your foot. All right, so we're going to set that right here. All right, now, one of the bags you got in the box has two bearing sleeves right here, stainless steel bearing sleeves. Going to take our utility knife, open this up, and take out those two bearing sleeves. These are a certain finish of stainless steel that fit right onto these little areas right here like this. One on that side, one on this side, and that's what the bearings ride on, okay? Now, start this, we're going to take this bearing up here. We call this joint 1. It's got two sleeve polymer bearings in there. We're going to slide this onto that stainless steel sleeve you just put up there about halfway, okay? When that's on halfway, we're going to use our wrench. And this end of the wrench right here has a 15mm side to it, and that fits your pedal bolt back here. So we're going to move the crank around like that, and we're going to insert that pedal bolt into the crank arms. On the right side, it's a right-hand thread, so it screws in clockwise. On the left side, it's the opposite. Okay, so we're going to screw this in using that 15mm wrench like that. And it goes in nice and smooth, and as you screw this in, you can actually move this bearing in a little bit further because the whole unit is coming onto the machine from the side at the same time. Okay, so this goes on. Tighten that securely. Now this we call the joint 3 with the pedal spindle is now firmly attached to your crank arm. Now to attach joint 1, we're going to use one of these plates and that blue hex screw that's got some sealant on there to lock those threads in. We're going to put this on the outside and start that by screwing it in with your fingers. Okay. Then we're going to use the 6mm hex wrench again, and we're going to screw that screw in all the way. And that screw will feel tight because that sealant on there is going to hold it in tight. Okay, this goes all the way on, like that. And that will now secure that bearing to give you a very secure, smooth operating joint number 1. Okay. All right, make sure that this operates smoothly. You can spin it around like that. There's your bearing up here and your bearings down here. Allow this entire foot platform, Strider ski and Strider pole to rotate very freely. All right. Next thing we're going to do is put the one on the other side, the left side. Okay, to put the left one on, we're going to do the same thing we did on the right side. We're going to use our pedal wrench, which is a 15mm right here. I'm going to start by sliding this onto the Strider pole like that, put that bearing on about halfway. Now we're going to move this one around like that and start this one screwing in. And this is the left-hand side, and it has a left-hand thread. That means you're going to screw it on by turning it counterclockwise. Get it lined up, and it'll screw on nice and smoothly all the way around. Secure that. Okay, once we have the pedal screw at joint number 3 secured, the left-hand thread, finish pushing this bearing all the way on. Once again, we're going to use the plate and the 6mm hex screw to secure this. So that sits on like that. We'll get it started with our fingers, and then we'll finish the job with a 6mm hex wrench. Make that pretty tight. Okay, let's check the rotation. Very smooth operation. All right, good bearings in here, good bearing up there. Everything's solid. Okay. We've got now the entire frame together, all the moving parts this way. Now we're going to start making some adjustments.